Travel packages are expensive? Obviously they will be. But if you're ready to invest some time and effort, then this video can help you plan your trip on your own and save a good amount of money. So shall we start? My friend and I had been to Vietnam very recently and it was a 9-day trip. As you go through all the details, you might get a fair idea as to what you want to explore, what you want to skip. So that will tell you how much time you will actually need to spend in Vietnam. Based on that, you can plan whether you want to go for a 5-day trip or a 7-day trip or really a 9-day trip like we did. Generally, when people plan a trip to Vietnam, they first go to Hanoi, then Da Nang, then Ho Chi Minh. We did the other way around. We went to Ho Chi Minh first, then Da Nang, then Hanoi. It did not make a lot of difference, but if you are planning to do a lot of shopping, then I'd recommend you to go to Hanoi first, then Da Nang, then Ho Chi Minh, because Ho Chi Minh is the place where you can shop a lot. They have this Benta market and there is this Saigon Square, not Saigon Mall, but Saigon Square, where you get amazing stuff at reasonable prices. Not just it's good for shopping, also you have to bear in mind the domestic flights, like from Ho Chi Minh to Da Nang to Hanoi, or the other way around. You will get only 15 kgs per night. Now we are trying to save some money. That is why I'm highlighting this. If you're ready to pay that extra money for that extra luggage, then nothing like it. It's up to you. You can pay that extra money and just go. If you really don't want to pay that extra money, then you have to go to Hanoi first, then Da Nang, then Ho Chi Minh. I hope it helps. From my experience, I can say the least you can spend on this trip as a single person is like 45,000, between 40 and 45,000. In that case, you will have to adjust in terms of staying at hostels instead of hotels, and the kind of restaurants you choose to eat. So those kind of adjustments, if you are ready to make, then you can save a lot of money. But if you want a little more comfortable trip or an experience, then my video would help you. The currency used in Vietnam is called the Vietnamese dong or VND. So once you decide how much money you want to spend in Vietnam, I recommend you to buy US dollars instead of VND. I'll tell you why. When you go to Vietnam, you will see plenty of foreign exchange dealers wherever you stay, be it Ho Chi Minh, Da Nang or Hanoi. But the exchange rate for US dollar is really good. You know, you get almost the same price as you see online. With other currencies, there is a deduction. You don't get it as good as US dollars. India and Vietnam both are Asian countries, yet there is a slight difference in time. Vietnamese are 1 hour 30 minutes ahead of us. Food is another thing that you have to be concerned about. I'm saying this because not only vegetarians but non-vegetarians might also feel a little bit of difficulty in eating Vietnamese food because their food is generally bland. It's not going to have a lot of masala like Indian cuisine. But trust me, there are many Indian restaurants around. Wherever you stay, be it Ho Chi Minh, Da Nang or Hanoi, you will find a lot of Indian restaurants. So, if you really want to save some money there as well, because you can't be eating all the time at restaurants, spending a lot of money, if you are looking for a budgeted trip. Like we always do, let's buy some instant food packs. But I'd recommend not to carry rice items that are sealed, not because they won't be good. I'm saying it because generally in hotels you will be provided with a kettle. You will not be able to put that package inside a kettle. You won't be able to do it. It won't get cooked sufficiently. The only other option would be to close the outlet of a sink, fill hot water, and heat your food there. Which not many would prefer, would you? Carry a bowl if you want, if like too many people are traveling. If it is just you and your friend, or it's just a couple or a small family, in that case you can rely on the teacups that they provide. They will provide 2 glasses and teacups in all the hotels. Pour your poha or pour your YY or your upma mix in hot water, let it boil, and then eat. So that's how I survived, and I found it very convenient. When you're in Vietnam, you will have to travel to multiple places. You will not have your car or scooter, so ensure you download this app called Grab, which is like our Ola, Uber, Rapido. So have this downloaded. That will help you get everywhere. They're quite reasonable, they're not very expensive. You also get some bike rides without booking on an app. Quickly check on Grab app, see what's the cost, negotiate with them, get some discount, and go with them. This is just another way of saving little more money. When you're in Da Nang, when you're going to Da Nang beach and show, you carry your swimming costume because it's an very safe place to play in the water. So carry your swimming costume. You will see a lot of entries where they provide locker facility and shower. You have to pay like what, 10 rupees or 30 rupees to use all of these. Otherwise, it's a free entry. The Bana land is one of the best places that I visited in Vietnam. I just loved it. You may want to wear some comfortable sandals to walk around. Buy a hat. If you want to buy a hat there, you can buy, or if you want to go prepared, like if you have already bought hats from different places and you have a collection of it, or at least one already, please carry it, because when you're in Vietnam, very hot most of the time, humid. When you buy a package to go to Bana Hills, you will have options to buy with food or without food. If it is with food, it's going to be a buffet. You may or may not like it, but if you go without food, there are plenty of food outlets. If you want Indian, I think you can go to the same restaurant, buy there and eat. But if you want to really explore, you can consider not having the food included in the package. Now let's talk about the places that you may want to avoid. Number 1, Cu Chi Tunnel, that is in Ho Chi Minh City. Now when it comes to Cu Chi Tunnel, I'd say that you could skip that for 2 reasons. Not everybody would be interested in history. I don't know how many of you would be really interested to see everything in real. You have to walk a lot. If you have parents who are old and cannot walk, you may want to skip that. But if you think that they are ready to wait until you go everywhere and come back, then you can consider going there. Another thing that you have to keep in your mind is there is a tunnel. Okay, in Cu Chi Tunnel, they take you inside a tunnel, very tiny ones, looks very adventurous. It had 3 exits, like after 20 meters, then 60 meters, then 80 meters, something like that. That was my first time experience getting into a tunnel like that. So my friend and I, we both got into it. So there were some people ahead of us, some people behind us. Until I got into that tunnel, I didn't know that I was claustrophobic. Same Veets, my friend and I, we discovered that we were claustrophobic only when we got into that tunnel. Now, what is claustrophobic? For those who do not know the meaning of that word, it's basically the fear that you get in an enclosed place, that is tiny, dark, and too enclosed. Now, the fear could be because of anything. It need not be only because of the ghost effect or someone would attack you or something like that. It could be because of anything. The moment I realized that there was an exit, I immediately told my friend that no, I cannot, I'm going out, you can continue. And she also took that exit. We both came out, and there was already a lady who had gone ahead of us standing there. Then we all were discussing it. Getting into a tunnel is not so easy. They're so tiny, so dark. I mean, you never know when you will feel suffocated and whether there will be an option for you to exit or not. But there was a man who's older than me who actually completed walking through the tunnel, and he came out, and I was really surprised. Place called My Son Sanctuary, an ancient place that is completely ruined. Surprisingly, you will see a Shivalingam there. That was nice. I took some pictures there. If you have already visited St. Augustine in Goa or Arikamedu in Pondicherry, then you may want to skip this. It's nowhere close to Goa's St. Augustine Tower. But if you are someone who has just visited Pondicherry's Arikamedu, then you might want to consider this, because this is a bigger place. This has more ruins than Arikamedu. But one thing that you have to remember is there is this Vietnamese dance performance that you get to watch in My Son Sanctuary. It's really good. I hope this video helps you plan a good itinerary or the entire trip to Vietnam. Do subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comment section if there is anything more that you want to know, and at least respond there. That can help you. Thank you. Bye.